2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And in the locker room, each guy has been going over.
Well, guys,
You certainly come a long way, D.A. Thank you. So the Nets starting five. Durant plays the four with Allen at center. Then there's Irving. Then there's Caris LeVert. And it's Dinwiddie in at the two. And for the Trailblazers, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Anthony is out there with Nurkic, and it's Ariza in at the three side. Now here's McCollum. Jared Allen unable to get his last shot to go. Lillard from deep three-point land. The rebound by KD. And there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. That is his first foul of the game. Terrific, talented backcourts tonight, Greg. Did it ever add anything for you playing across another top-level guard?
Listen, it raises the stakes, no doubt about it. You always want the opportunity to play against the best because you want to see where you stand. But in the end, even when you know a guy's better than you, and you're going to have that be the case a lot of nights, you still know that you will have an ability to impact the outcome when it comes to winning. And that's where you have to keep your focus.
And Lillard gets it to go.
And when Lillard's hitting the tray ball, it really opens things up for him. As good a passer as he is, he becomes a major headache for the D if he gets hot from beyond.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Allen's shot is off. Portland's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter.
And last year showed that there's still a place in the NBA for a guy like Melo. Mostly a mid-range shooter in the league that has turned away from that. But buckets are buckets, and Melo can still light it up.
Here's Allen, following the score by Damian Lillard. Here's Dinwiddie, lays it up and banks it in.
Yeah, the easy hoop assisted by Allen that time. He's developed a nice passing game.
The Trailblazers have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. McCollum outside. Nurkic, the pass to McCollum. Back to Nurkic. It's stolen by Allen. They're running. Lobbed up there for KD. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Boy, a dynamic wing with freakish length. Durant is the ideal alley-oop target.
Well, Carmelo Anthony was out of the NBA for about a year, calendar-wise. Greg, were you surprised it took him so long to get a look and get back in the NBA?
Kevin, I wasn't shocked, but absolutely I was surprised. I mean, it was always going to take the right fit for Melo and the right team. And in this case, it was the Blazers. But Melo showed he has legs left in the league and can still be a positive.
6 changes of the lead here.
Yeah, both teams still kind of feeling their way through this game.
Lillard attacking, and then Lillard slams it in.
Boy, I love watching Lillard turn on the Jets using that astounding speed to blaze past the defenders.
Irving finds LeVert. Over Ariza. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And guys, Caris LeVert can do so much while he's on the basketball floor. The problem for LeVert is just staying on the basketball floor.
Yeah, injuries have really slowed him down the last couple of years, Greg, and it's unfortunate because this kid's an outstanding player. He gets it done in every way as a wing scorer. He can make plays, he can defend, he can score the ball. LeVert says he tries to model his game after Penny Hardaway, and if he can stay healthy, I don't think that comparison's too far off.
Down low, here's Luwawu, and there's a nice one-handed slam.
Boy, LeVert's showing you his unselfishness there. I mean, if you're open, he loves getting you the ball.
Little with the ball. Harris is there. Hood drives in. Pulls up. And again, it's Portland converting.
And really just unselfish basketball on the interior. That's the kind of pass a coach loves to see.
And that one is stuffed right through.
Man, what an athlete. Once he gets ahead of steam, Caris LeVert is impossible to stop. Good luck trying.
Whiteside inside. Levert defending. Basket good. Whiteside's got his second basket.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Inside. Here's Little. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
And Whiteside takes great pride in rejecting shots. Outstanding at getting his arms up and denying shooters.
Now, here's Collins. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Little kicks to Collins. 4 on the clock. And there's the foul. And it's on Taurean Prince. That's his first foul. Here's Trent. To the paint. Here's Whiteside. And the jam by Whiteside.
And Hassan Whiteside in this deep, he's great at getting inside and finishing with force.
And so the ball out of bounds. Jordan touched it last.
You know, I think he may have forced that pass when there was really no reason to.
Trent passes to Little. Here's Hood. From past the arc. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And so it's Damian Lillard making things happen for the... And before the game, we talked to Damian Lillard. You know, Greg, he is...
I don't fear nobody.
And if Lillard's proved anything to us, Greg, in his career, you know he loves a challenge.
One of the premier big shot makers in this game. I don't know if there's anyone you'd rather give the ball to in crunch time.
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. In a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Portland.
Guys, their penetration has been outstanding. I mean, it's actually been great. They're really finding those holes in the defense.
And also, it's been a positive to watch that they've attacked the paint offensively as well. It's really been about the balance that they've shown.
Little out there with Hood. Then there's Whiteside. Then there's McCollum. And it's Trent in at the shooting guard. That's the group on the floor for Portland.
Just focusing on the task at hand, that's all you can do.
Yeah, these teams trading punches right now. I mean, it's table tennis. Back and forth we go.
Boy, your alma mater, UNLV, Greg, has produced some great NBA players over the years. I mean, so many great names.
No doubt about it. Listen, I got a special place in my heart for my former teammates Larry Johnson and Stacey Augmon.
Right.
But also guys like Sean Marion. You go back to Reggie Diaz, who was a tremendous player. And right now in the league, you got Tim Birch, dunk champ Derrick Jones, and up-and-comer in Christian Wood.
Good mentions. Now here's Lillard. Jarrett Allen unable to get his last shot to go. Whiteside drops in the layup for 2. Whiteside's got 6 here in this quarter.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too. A super high percentage shot there, you just can't allow him to get that close.
Here's Lillard. After the made shot from KD. Out to Anthony. Shoots. A rebound by the Nets.
Tell you what, guys, you don't see that often. I mean, when he's this open, usually it's lights out.
Well, guys, this first half has been about as tightly contested as you could hope for.
There have been a lot of lead changes.
Now here's Lillard. He's got 11. Anthony drives in. Some solid defense from Harris. And so it's Harris who will bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. To the middle. Taken away by Anthony. Lillard, Whiteside. McCollum outside. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. McCollum's got his first bucket of the night. And Joe Harris, the lethal shooter, he can also be a threat in the pick-and-roll game.
Yeah, Harris does a great job reading what a defense is giving. He's more than just a catch-and-shoot type of player. Harris can hit shots on the move and isn't afraid to go at defenders.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, good evening. Well, last season the Blazers were beset by injuries and they fell short of their goals. Their star Damian Lillard said, "Once we're in a better position, I want people to remember how I responded when things didn't go my way, so that they know my character is true." Kevin, we know that Dame grew up in Oakland, a place where overcoming adversity was ingrained. Back to you.
Thank you, D.A. Bobbed up there for KD. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
Count that one, and the Nets lead has been cut to just one on the basket from Whiteside.
Shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter. That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And you know, it doesn't matter how good your defense is on the perimeter if you're going to allow easy ones inside like that.
Lillard, the pass to Whiteside. Count it, good. Whiteside's got 16.
Yeah, you know, Lillard has been so good at finding the open man, puts a lot of zip on his passes, and he knows he's responsible for getting his teammates the ball.
Here's Ariza, and he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And Brooklyn called for the foul. In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for Brooklyn.
Really some great drives to the basket here early on for these guys.
Something else they've done right so far from the get-go tonight is run. I mean, so much of their offense has come off the fast break.
And Brooklyn making a change here. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Jared Allen. Torian Prince comes in for Kevin Durant. Karis LeVert's checked in for Harris. And Luwawu subbed in for Kyrie Irving. And the Trailblazers making a change here. Little's checked in. Nobody near Lillard. There's Nurkic putting it right back in. Nurkic has got the lead up to 3 now for the Trailblazers.
And this is where Nurkic gets a lot of his points, staying active even after the shot goes up.
Back to Dinwiddie. Count that one. Dinwiddie's got his 3rd basket of the night.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
I tell you what, it reminds me of one of my college coaches. He used to say, "That ain't gonna get it done." That's 5 straight baskets in the paint now.
Dinwiddie with the steal. Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. He lobs it up, trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Lillard misses. LeVert kicks to Jordan. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Trailblazers lead by 1. And now we'll send it. Thank you, David. And we'll be right back after halftime to start the 3rd quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. A tremendous game we're seeing from Hassan Whiteside. He had 16. And that should do it.
And as we get into this 3rd quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. You look at Hassan Whiteside in this game. Guys, he's everywhere.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
And you know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the 2nd half. Setting the floor for the Nets. Durant plays the 4 with Allen at center. Then there's Karis LeVert. Then it's Kyrie Irving, and it's Dinwiddie in at the 2-guard position. Back to Allen. Nurkic with the block. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. McCollum with the ball. And now it's Allen. Running.
Are you kidding me? Nasty. Those long arms of Durant helping on the break there. KD still got it all started there.
And as expected, Kevin Durant sitting out all of last season, recovering from the Achilles injury. Glad to see him back on the floor.
I agree with you, and it was absolutely a no-brainer for Kevin to sit out the season. That type of injury, you give it all the time you need, and the Nets knew that. They knew when the deal was done that that he was going to most likely miss the season. And yet, they did the right thing. And when you have a guy like KD, you want to make sure you're not rushing him back. You want him fully ready when it's time for him to go.
Woods checked in for Portland.
Nicely done. They continue to attack inside, and that's 10 points in a row in the paint.
If you can't stop it, here it comes. I'm right at you.
Stolen by LeVert. Anthony against Dinwiddie. Looking for Allen and gets it there. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet. Allen's got 4 this quarter.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Anthony dishes to Nurkic. Hood on the wing. Fires the 3. Sinks the triple. Hood's got his first 3 points of the game.
Yeah, that's 2 straight 3-pointers they've allowed.
Outside Irving. Passes it to Allen. Outside, KD. No good on that one. Great D that time from Nurkic. And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for the Trailblazers. They lead by 1. Poke loose. Nurkic the pass to Carmelo. And it's Ariza in the corner. Pass to Anthony. 6 on the shot clock. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's on Jared Allen. Greg, you were drafted 12th overall by the New York Knicks and then 2nd overall by the Grizzlies in the expansion draft. So you've had a very unique view of being in that position in 2 different settings.
Yeah, I mean, 2 very different cities, but really each beautiful in its own way. The New York draft, obviously coming out of college, that was like a dream come true to go and play for Pat Riley and then get the opportunity to go and be a part of a brand new team in a new country, if you will, was also a really cool experience as well.
I hope we can take a petition started by you and me to get the NBA back in Vancouver. I miss
and
going
Seattle,
to
right? Let's get back in both those cities.
Exactly.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
Hey, guys standing around spectating, I mean, you got to get in there and get tough.
Hood drives in. Dishes it to Collins. Pass to Trent. Back to Collins. And finished off by Collins.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
Hood drives in the corner. It's Little. Looking for Hood. He gets it there. Trailblazers moving the ball around. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will retain possession. A different look now for Portland. Hassan Whiteside comes in for Carmelo Anthony. And Lillard subbed in for Hood. And the Nets making a change here as well. Durant's checked in for Luwawu Cabarrot.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triple.
Irving kicks to Jordan. And it's Whiteside with the rebound. Whiteside's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And Lillard throws it down.
Don't let his height fool you. Lillard can rise up with the best of them.
Jordan inside. Whiteside's there. It's stolen by Little. 3 seconds separate the shot clock. Whoa, that was a strong dunk.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
Boy, and I used to love going up and jamming it down like that guy.
Prince outside. Lobbed up there for KD. And so it's Portland bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Nets trail by 7. You've got Yusuf Nurkic. Whiteside is out there with Trevor Ariza. Then it's Damian Lillard. And it's Trent in at the 2 guard. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Knocks it loose. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Harris. The Nets making a switch here. LeVert's checked in. Lillard outside. There's the pass to Trent. C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for Portland. And a change for the Nets. Jared Allen's checked in for Prince. Lillard from outside. A rebound by the Nets. Jordan's got his 4th rebound in this one. LeVert finds Dinwiddie. Allen trying to break free. It'll go. The Portland lead is cut to just 3 points on the basket from Dinwiddie.
And how about the grit and determination in the post? I mean, essential qualities to have late in a close game.
Ariza passes to Nurkic. Back to Ariza. Here's Lillard. Hit his leg. And it's being called a kickball. Irving's checked in for Brooklyn. 60 seconds off the clock here in the 4th. And Lillard kicks to Nurkic. 6 to shoot. Kicks it out to Lillard. Nurkic trying to get open. Another shot. Back to Whiteside. Ariza outside. McCollum passes to Lillard. Portland no good that time either. Nets trail by 3. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. Here's Durant. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet.
KD's aggressive streak coming out on that play. He can mix it up with the big guys when he needs to.
Passes to Lillard. And here's Nurkic. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. And the Trailblazers lead by 3.
Well, I'd have to say Lillard is one of the game's best passers right now.
For Brooklyn, they've gotten all 3 of their shots to drop here in the 4th quarter. They came out of the break on a roll. Here's Allen. Shoots over Nurkic. Again, the Nets for 2.
Tell you what, guys, this has clearly been his half. I mean, he's getting to his spots, shooting the ball with confidence. Excellent turnaround for him.
Ariza kicks to Lillard. And the call will be against Caris LeVert. That is his first foul of the game. Carmelo Anthony is checked in for Whiteside. And it's the Trailblazers with the ball. It's a 1-point game. And Nurkic gets it to go.
And such a polished player near the basket. Nurkic feels comfortable taking those in-close shots.
It's Durant on the wing. Covered by Anthony. Kicks it out to Dinwiddie. Pass to LeVert. Irving from long range. Good on the triple. And that makes it a tie ball game.
Kyrie, not a bad answer. He'll give you the needed hoop when you need it most.
Lillard right side to the inside. It's stolen by Allen. And here's the fast break. Durant leading the way. The dunk and the foul. A powerhouse move. And he's got a chance for one more at the line. It goes on C.J. McCollum. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Nets.
When they've had a chance to attack the basket at any point in this game, they've taken advantage.
Another thing they've done tonight is work the ball into the paint for plenty of those close-range points. You got to have those.
And the swag Nurkic plays with, it's infectious. He doesn't back down from taking a big shot.
Here's Irving. And foul on the shots. And here we go. A coach's challenge has been initiated. Have to now review the personal foul in question.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, You really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Irving dishes to Allen. Irving passes to Allen. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
A stalwart defender who knows his strengths on offense. I mean, Allen is a fantastic two-way threat, and he wants to get better. This is a guy whose future is bright. Even with the miss, he got the big one there to put him in front.
And it's McCollum off the drive. Money!
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game. Yes.
Allen. It falls!
Well, I love the mindset of Allen there. I mean, when he gets the ball in that spot, he's very aggressive.
Lillard against Irving. McCollum gets to Ariza. Portland moving the ball. Here's Lillard. Nurkic dishes to Ariza. Back to Nurkic. And he gets the whistle. The coach's challenge has been issued. Those being like this, out of the wire, this is what it's for.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, I was able to listen in on what the Nets head coach was going over with his team. He told them, hey, this game is there for you, but we got to go get it. 50-50 balls, getting to the basket. We have to give it all right now. Kevin?
Knocked away and stolen by Lillard. And so it's Brooklyn who scrapes by with the win. This win, such a tremendous... A look from earlier as the Nets bus arrives at the arena. No doubt this is a...
Kevin, thank you very much.
You're right, Dave. That is scary. Thanks for that one. So the Nets starting 5. Durant plays the 4 with Allen at center. Then there's Irving. Then there's Caris LeVert. And it's Dinwiddie in at the 2 spot. And for the Lakers, LeBron and Green make up the backcourt. Anthony Davis is out there with Howard. And it's Caldwell Pope in at the small forward. And it's sent back by Howard.
Howard, one of the most feared rim protectors in the league.
Shot clock at 6. Out of bounds, the Lakers will take possession.
And LeBron James still the face of the league as he goes into his mid-30s. The impact he's had on this sport is really immeasurable.
Come on, Jerry. I mean, he's one of the most recognizable athletes in the world. I mean, it's scary to think that LeBron can still turn it on and take over when he needs to. And you know what? Playoff LeBron is a very real thing.
Now here's LeBron. Jared Allen unable to get his last shot to go. Lets the 3 fly. Offensive rebound. Howard can't hit.
That works just like they drew it up until the part where he short arms the layup.
Dinwiddie passes to Durant. James with it. He's picked up by Irving. Caldwell Pope on the wing. Shot is good off the back rim and in.
That's the savvy veteran Green. He's able to spot when his teammates aren't being covered. That's a nice read right there.
Now the pass to LeVert. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of count. Folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Back to Davis. Fires for 3. Tries again. He can't get that one to fall. And it's the Nets taking it the other way.
They're struggling here early. 1 for 5 now. The D has them bottled up so far.
Durant, and finished off by KD.
Oh, nice slam right there from Durant to finish off the play. He's just really good at converting those plays strong.
Green kicks to James. Pass to Davis. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist.
Man, he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
Got a piece of it. Launches a 3. Good on the three-point shot. Davis has got 5.
Oh, it looks like Davis is in his BAG today. I mean, his ability to stretch the floor is huge.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, that's because he's getting his number called early. I mean, he's doing his part to help carry the offensive load.
Here's Caldwell Pope. Kevin Durant picking up that last basket. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well. So it'll be Kentavious Caldwell-Pope shooting. It's on Jared Allen, and Los Angeles with some changes. JaVale McGee's checked in for Howard. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Danny Green. Rajon Rondo subbed in for LeBron. And a new group in for the Nets. Jordan, he's checked in for Jared Allen. Taurean Prince comes in for Kevin Durant. Harris is checked in for Caris LeVert. And it's Luwawu Cabarrot in for Dinwiddie. Here's Rondo, following the bucket by the Nets. Kuzma kicks to Davis. 5 on the clock. And that one goes long. Brooklyn trailing. And here comes Harris leading the fast break. You know, Greg, we know there's some power finishers in the NBA like Giannis Antetokounmpo, but he complains a lot that he needs to sell contact rather than muscle through it. How do you evaluate those kind of power finishers in the game?
Well, I mean, there's still power will always play a role, especially when you can add in quickness and athleticism. And I think you start right there with Giannis. I mean, he's kind of epitomizes that. LeBron obviously is still in that category. And a guy like Kawhi Leonard, he can send you into the stanchion when he gets going downhill as well.
McGee with the block.
Oh, this is McGee's role. He's out here to defend and to stifle shooters whenever he can.
And Kuzma has it in the corner. A second chance effort. In deep, McGee drops it in.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Irving attacking. Good on the shot.
Almost impossible to stop on the driving times. I mean, Irving's penetrating ability, just remarkable.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter. Caldwell Pope on the wing. Brooklyn with the rebound. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Prince misses.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
Oh, I'm always surprised when it doesn't happen. I'm sure these two will have a good laugh about it later.
Prince against Caldwell Pope. Here's Kuzma. Here's McGee. And the layup falls. McGee's got his second bucket of the night.
Specialty of McGee's. I mean, he's a high-activity guy who's opportunistic on the offensive glass.
And there's the call on DeAndre Jordan. That's his first foul. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by McGee.
That's just a needless giveaway. You got to make the defense work for their turnovers. Oh, you have to appreciate the ball moving and the commitment to getting a high percentage look.
Tipped away. And that concludes a back-and-forth high-scoring first quarter of play. Lakers lead by 2. Live from the Staples Center, you're watching. And earlier we spoke with Kevin Durant about surviving the...
How can we be the best version of ourselves?
Well, Durant may not be the in-your-face type of player, Greg, but he gets the message across for sure.
He's not going to yell at you. He's going to show you how it's done and expect that you're as committed to winning as he is.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And taking a look at the Lakers' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing in the game?
Well, one way to generate more offense, pound the offensive glass. That was the difference in the first.
Yeah, they're clawing, they're grinding, they're doing anything they could to make the most of their possessions.
And Brooklyn, looking who they've got. Prince and Durant are at the 3 and the 4. Then it's Joe Harris. Then it's Jordan. And it's Dinwiddie in at the point. Pass to Caruso. No good from outside. Harris against Kuzma. Kicks it out to Dinwiddie. Prince, right side. Lobs it up for Jordan. Hammers the alley-oop through.
And any lob to Jordan is about as sure thing as you can get. So athletic for a big with tremendous hands, and big fella knows how to get in prime position for those alley-oop feeds.
Well, there are a few players in the league that can match McGee's athleticism. I mean, his whole career, he's been a class above with his speed and leap. He'll make the most of it on both ends of the court.
Danny Green, he's checked in for the Lakers. James comes in for Rajon Rondo. Allen's checked in for Brooklyn. Harris LeVert comes in for Harris. Here's Jordan. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet. Jordan's got 6.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
And see, Webb, you mentioned it with JaVale McGee. His vertical is off the charts.
Oh, yeah, he can get to alley-oops, GA, that nobody else can. The length and bounce he has is jaw-dropping. I mean, the same goes for his shot blocking abilities when he times it up.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
Oh, exactly right. Momentum-shifting plays like that can change the tone of a game.
An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
And the Lakers making a change here. Howard's checked in.
Textbook feed from Allen, a big man who helps facilitate the offense.
That is good. And the Nets lead is cut down to just 4 points with a bucket from Green.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through.
And the dunk by Jordan.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. Green, his shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Oh, an underrated athlete, if you ask me. Green has the leaping ability to do damage inside.
Wound up bad for Allen. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
When you have an elite wingspan like Jared Allen, you make those alley-oops look easy.
That one's good, and the Brooklyn lead is cut down to 4 on the bucket from Morris.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Dinwiddie passes to Jordan. Greg, you were a physical, defensive-minded player. What are your thoughts on how closely the game is called now as opposed to when you played?
It is, Kevin, and yeah, some people like the physicality of the era I played in, but, you know, I like the beauty of the game with the spacing and the freedom of movement, and I think that's one reason why you see so much switching. It's hard to fight through screens without fouling, and ball handlers have become experts at drawing contact, even if it's, you know, incidental, and I think that's just an area where the game has changed so much that that ability to play in space is so vital. Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
LeBron kicks to Caldwell Pope. Pass to Green. Back to LeBron. And the call will be against Caris LeVert. That's his first foul. The Nets making a switch here. Prince is checked in. Caldwell Pope passes to Davis. Banked in off the glass. Davis has got 7 points.
Yeah, liking the vision there from Caldwell Pope, looking to get his guys going when they're open.
That's tipped. Stolen by Caldwell Pope. For the finish, the coast-to-coast dunk.
It almost feels like 2 buckets coming off the steal like it did.
Irving finds Allen. Shoots it. Count it. His second make in 4 attempts.
Dead-eye shooting from them this quarter.
And here's James. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. Trailing by 2. Here's Green. Rebounded by the Nets. Allen's got rebound number 5 here tonight. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. The alley-oop layup. Very well done.
Oh, my goodness. Save that one. I want to see that again.
Me too. Just absolutely beautiful. LeBron passes to Caldwell Pope. And the wide open shot from Green. Those 3-pointers off the mark. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. Chalk up 2 there. Allen's got the lead up to 6 now for the Nets.
Awesome job running the correct route there, and Allen just beating everyone to the right spot. Nice.
He doesn't play around. If the buck is there for him, he's going to get it.
And Irving launches it from deep, and he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And a... Thank you, David, and we'll be back after halftime as the 3rd quarter gets underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back. Brooklyn found themselves in a close game in the first. They never put themselves in too much danger. And that's a wrap.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. And Tavius Caldwell Pope really making a difference here.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
Yeah, the offense looks crisp, and guys are hitting their shots.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. So the Lakers 5 right now. LeBron and Green make up the backcourt. Caldwell Pope out there with Anthony Davis. And it's Howard in at the 5, roaming the paint. Poked away and stolen by Irving. The pass to Dinwiddie. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Irving's got 3 assists now in this one.
Are you kidding me with that pass? Okay, Kyrie, that one made my day.
Davis kicks to Howard. From deep, James. Rebounded by the Nets. Allen's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. You know, even though LeBron doesn't go 100% every minute of every game in the season, he still knows when to turn it on.
And for someone at his age, that is something you have to know how to do. You can see when LeBron kicks it into that next gear. Can't keep it on all the time, but he's still able to take over when he needs to.
One of the best point guards in the league, getting inside and finishing. Kyrie Irving.
Left side, Davis. Lakers working the ball around now. Pass to Green. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And you talk about the perfect veteran wing player. Danny Green's right at the top of that list. Solid defense, good shooter, and plays within himself.
And some changes here for the Lakers. Markieff Morris is checked in for Howard. And it's Alex Caruso in for Caldwell Pope. And then for Brooklyn, Jordan, he's checked in for Jared Allen. And Harris subbed in for Karis LeVert. And KD the bucket on the assist by Irving. Irving's got his 4th assist in this one. And Greg, the experiences that Danny Green has had over the course of his terrific career, it's hard to match.
I mean, he's won multiple titles in his career, done so in different places with different types of teams. He's seen it all and knows what it takes to succeed.
Durant, the pass to Jordan. Back to Durant. Inside. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
And you can't leave someone open around Durant. He keeps his eyes up, makes a play for his teammate.
Green dishes to Morris. Back to Green. Takes a 3. He can't hit that time. And Brooklyn will come the other way.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category. Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Here's LeBron. Great D that time from Durant.
He's not an easy man to stop when he's attacking the basket. The D doing everything he can.
Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. Harris outside. 1:46 left in the third quarter. Jordan can't get it to go. Lakers trail by 12. Here's Davis. Makes the most of the high percentage shot. Davis has got 11.
He's been fantastic, but he can't do it all by himself. Some of the other guys need to lighten the load and step up.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you. Now, we have seen continued growth with the NBA's affiliated leagues the last few years. Think about the explosion in popularity of the WNBA, the Basketball Africa League, expansion of the 2K League, greater pay in the WNBA and the G League pathway, along with the unionization of G League players. The league continues to show its commitment to expanding opportunities on multiple levels. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, David.
And Durant gives you such a huge target on alley-oops. I mean, he can go up and grab anything as long as it's in the general direction of the rim.
And it's James missing. Nets leading by 10. Oh, Dinwiddie in position. That shot no good. And so James will bring it up for Los Angeles. Outside, Davis. Here's Caruso. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Green's got his 6th assist on the night.
The assist is the key to that sequence. I mean, a great look to set him up.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. That is good. And the Nets' lead is cut down to just 8 points on the bucket from Davis. Durant, the pass to Dinwiddie. Now Harris. Three-pointer. The shot will not fall. And there's the call on Durant. That's foul number 2 for him. Here's Rondo. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. Their defensive mindset clearly focused on clamping down on LeBron James, and their game plan is working. And we'll be right back after this. Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks, as always, for joining us. Here's Dinwiddie. On the court for the Nets, getting the fourth quarter going. We've got Allen. Friends out there with Kiris. Oh, he delivers that with
I can't
force.
believe it. I cannot believe that.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. Howard kicks to Kuzma from past the arc, and that comes off the assist by Dwight Howard.
An outstanding three-point shooter. Kuzma is a prototype stretch four. That makes him very valuable.
Dinwiddie passes to Allen. Kicks it out to Dinwiddie. Friends outside. Takes the three. They get it again.
He's done a lot of the little things to help put them in front. I mean, but his offense has not been there for him tonight.
Howard, the pass to Kuzma. Lakers working the ball around now. Now here is McGee. Excellent D there from Allen. LeVert against Caldwell Pope. And it's LeVert missing. Lakers trail by 7. Here's Howard. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Always an adventure from the line. One of the few blemishes on Howard's career.
And the Lakers making a change here. Green's checked in. Kyrie Irving's checked in for the Nets. About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. Rondo with the steal. And it's the Lakers on the break. Kuzma with the ball. That one drops for him. Kuzma's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Incredible concentration from the big man. Knock Kuzma around all you want. He's committed to scoring inside.
Dinwiddie finds Allen.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
Yeah, it seems like whenever one team scores, the other comes right back with a bucket of its own.
Back to Caldwell Pope. Down low. That is good. And the Nets' lead is cut down to just 4 points with a bucket from Howard.
And that's Howard's comfort zone. In close, near the bucket.
And it's a defensive 3-second violation. And so he hits the technical free throw.
Well, Irving came into this league as a terrific three-point shooter, and I think he's only getting better with age if he can.
And some changes here for the Lakers. Anthony Davis comes in for Kyle Kuzma. And it's LeBron in for Rajon Rondo. And a switch here for Brooklyn. Durant's checked in. Irving kicks to Durant. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Here's Allen, and it's Allen slamming it down.
Flushed by Allen there. What I love about him, he's a center and he's not trying to be a guard. He knows who he is.
Pass to Green. Here's Caldwell Pope. Howard draws the double. Caldwell Pope on the wing. Guarded by KD. James wide open. Here's Davis. And it's out of bounds. The Lakers able to retain possession here. There's 1:54 left in the fourth quarter. Up again.
Love the attitude of James. When it's an important moment, he demands the rock and delivers.
Nets leading by 5. Irving double team. Allen outside. Knocked away and stolen by Howard. One-on-one fast break. Outside for Caldwell Pope. James against Irving. And LeBron gets it to go with the assist by Caldwell Pope. Caldwell Pope's got 4 assists now tonight. To the paint. KD's shot is good. And the Nets lead by 5.
When you need a big bucket, you were looking for Durant every chance you get. He has delivered so many times in that situation.
James finds Green. Durant against Caldwell Pope. Davis outside for Caldwell Pope. To the middle. LeBron outside. Back to Howard. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. And so Allen will bring it up for the Nets. It's Durant on the wing. Out to the right wing. Kicks it to Irving. Just 4 to shoot. Howard with the steal. It's Caldwell Pope with the drive. Got it! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
When the game is on the line, Caldwell Pope stays ready to take the shot. Just a great player to go to in these type of spots.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Davis. That's his first foul. We've got 33 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. That one goes in.
The inbound play works to perfection. You got to love to get those quick hitters.
Caldwell Pope outside. Green, the pass to Howard. It's good! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
He is so experienced in these situations. I love seeing Howard welcome the chance to be the hero.
Stolen by Caldwell Pope.
Looking to tie it up with a big triple.
Let's see what they run here. This is not the time to panic. Work the offense.
Right side Durant. Outside Irving. Lets it go with the 3. And that falls.
Come on, Irving is a terrific clutch shooter. He welcomes any chance he can to sink these type of shots.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight, folks. David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, the map.
It might indeed, David. Well said. Thank you for that report. Here are the starters for Brooklyn. Durant plays the 4 with Allen at center. Then there's Irving. Then there's Caris LeVert. And it's Dinwiddie in at the 2. And for Dallas, inside of the 4 and the 5, Porzingis and Powell. Hardaway is out there with Luka Doncic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3. Now, here's Doncic. Outside Hardaway. Just 5 to shoot. That's good from Doncic on the assist from Hardaway. Doncic has got the scoreboard going with his first points of the night for the Mavs. Brooklyn with the ball.
And it was interesting how the Dallas franchise sold its fans on Doncic. Ownership told them, think of a 6'7" Steve Nash. Isn't quite the shooter Steve was, but is only a teenager. Great vision. Boy, he can really pass it. And it turns out Doncic is all of that and more.
Here's Dinwiddie. Tim Hardaway making his last shot. Good on the bucket.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
To the left wing, here's Finney-Smith. Misses the 3. And even Nash himself called Doncic a dream prospect. Gosh, what about that dunk?
That was special. My goodness. How about the quick jump from Kevin Durant? He was impressive on that one.
Now here's Hardaway. Down low. Here's Powell. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And a 5-star recruit coming out of high school. Powell had an excellent college career, yet he fell to the second round of the draft. Didn't even hear his name called as he was selected during a commercial break.
The Nets have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Durant down low. Dinwiddie wide open. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Dinwiddie's got 5.
Well, the multi-time scoring champion Kevin Durant is showing you he has got as complete a game as there is in the NBA. What a pretty pass.
Now here's Porzingis. Inside, here's Powell. And it's sent back by Allen.
This guy is a sensational shot blocker. Jared Allen twice on the pipes.
Porzingis against Dinwiddie. And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. And G8, even when he did arrive to the NBA, it took Powell a while to latch on.
You know, traded a couple times in his first year. He was assigned and recalled 10 times in about a month with Boston's D-League affiliate. Finally found a home in Dallas. Everything turned around from that point forward.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Curry's checked in. Doncic feeling it out. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Curry can't get it to go.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Here's Dinwiddie. Uses the glass to finish the layup. He's got 7.
Now, I'm not sure who was supposed to be on him that possession. I mean, apparently neither did the defender.
Curry on the wing. Hits it from 3-point range.
Now, this is Curry's specialty. The catch and shoot, yes, sir, that's in his bag. Go ahead, Seth.
Dinwiddie finds Allen. LeVert in the corner. Irving with a clean look. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own. It's no good. Here's Doncic. Powell, that's good. Greg, you really began to emerge and got on the national scene at UNLV, but you started your college career at Portland, where you were actually named the Conference Freshman of the Year.
Yeah, how about I actually averaged more points in Portland than in any season I played at Vegas. Totally different roles, but Portland's always going to have a sweet spot in my heart. My first child was born in the great city of Portland.
Well, Jared Allen has length and athleticism, and that's an easy opportunity. Wow.
A shot by Curry, no good. And so it's Irving. He brings it up for the Nets. They trail by 1.
Yeah, nice silky finish on the alley-oop from the stupendous feed.
That sequence couldn't have been executed any better. Curry kicks to Finney-Smith. Doncic outside. Pass to Curry. There's 45 seconds left in the first quarter. Dallas again missing.
I think he's got to settle down because right now it feels like he's rushing, like he's forcing some shots. This quarter he has been completely bothered. That's just tremendous length, exceptional hands. Jared Allen, nice and easy.
Here's Finney-Smith. Jared Allen making his last shot. Doncic finds Curry. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Doncic has got 3 assists tonight.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Allen, great positioning on the putback.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Doncic passes to Porzingis. Here's Finney-Smith. Another 3 for Dallas.
What a pass by Luka Doncic. He's got tremendous size, and obviously they want the ball in his hands.
Misses the layup.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Plenty of offense in this closely contested first quarter of play. Mavericks lead. And it seems like players are constantly changing teams.
As a team, as a unit, as a roster.
Greg Dinwiddie, one of those players who seems to adapt to any situation.
I mean, he's versatile, total team player, will do whatever is asked of him. He's really emerged after being picked in the 2nd round a few years ago.
And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen here, guys, from the Mavericks.
Well, going to the bench early, they obviously knew what they were doing.
As a coach, I think you get a certain feel for what your team needs, and credit this guy for not waiting around. He went ahead and made the adjustment.
On the court right now, second quarter starting for the Nets. Inside, we got Prince and Jordan. Kyrie Irving is out there with Luwawu, and it's Harris in at the 3 spot. And Hardaway gets it to go.
Well, don't get caught up in the long-range shooting. Hardaway Jr. has that in-between game. Really nice shot.
When you watch Hardaway shoot, one thing that stands out, he has a very quick release.
And, Greg, that's what makes the jumper very tough to contest, especially when he's dialing it up from range. You have to stay connected to this guy defensively. It's not easy to do with the other weapons on this team.
The rebound by the Nets. In transition, here come the Nets. Irving's got the ball. Prince with it. Hardaway picks him up. Prince, the pass to Irving, and he makes good on the layup. Irving's got his first points of the game.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Out to the wing. Kleba finds Cauley Stein. Right outside. Passes it to Hardaway. Dallas moving the ball around. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Cauley Stein. Outside Hardaway. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. Nets trail by 3. And so they foul intentionally.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, the Mavericks have their young star tandem in Luka Doncic and Kristaps Porzingis. KP said, we can be a pretty deadly duo. It's only going to be a matter of time. Once we get that 2-man game going, it's going to be hard to stop. Guys, it's already hard to stop. Back to you.
Team on the rise, David. Thank you so much. And here is Harris after Tim Hardaway made that last 3-pointer. Jordan with the rebound.
Well, we didn't see the same kind of control we're used to seeing from him. This guy is usually a tremendous finisher.
The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
This guy is such a hard-nosed, opportunistic player. You understand Victorian Prince. You will not outwork him.
Brunson scanning the floor. Here's Prince. Can't tie it up as that one's no good. Dallas has gone 4-6 from outside the arc tonight. Wright with it. Guarded now by Irving. Brunson, no good.
Pressured that shot by getting a hand up just as good as a block.
And he did it without fouling, and that's become an art, changing shots without making contact.
A shot's good from Irving.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Brunson against Irving. Brooklyn's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Here's Luwawu. Brunson covering. To the inside. Stolen by Brunson. And here comes the break. Here's Wright. Score the basket. His second of 2 attempts.
Well, you can see in transition, it's DeLon Wright's speed that makes defenders nervous. This guy able to get in transition so quickly.
Pass to Luwawu. Off target from three-point range.
He is too good a shooter, guys, to be left open like that. The defense just dodged a bullet there.
On the wing, Hardaway. Guarded by Prince. And it's blocked by Jordan.
Boy, the wingspan of DeAndre Jordan. This guy sends it back with a message.
And foul call. Looks like they had a clear path to the basket. He'll be shooting 2 free throws. And they'll retain possession. Both good from the line that time.
An efficient night from the line. This is a guy who puts in the work and it pays dividends.
And Dallas going with a whole new group out there. And a new group in for the Nets. Allen's checked in for Jordan. Durant comes in for Taurean Prince. Karis LeVert's checked in for Harris. And Dinwiddie subbed in for Irving. Now here's Powell. And the pass to Doncic. Here's Finney-Smith. Clock at 6. Inside. Second shot opportunity. On its way from Curry for 2. And the Mavericks getting another bucket right there.
I'll tell you, Seth Curry, when he shoots the basketball, picture-perfect release. That is so pretty.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie. The first quarter for the Mavericks was fairly even. The deepest hole they got themselves into in the opening period was... That's all for now. Say goodbye.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Now, the superstar players always get the headlines, but you need more great role players, it seems, as you look at the history of champions, to win. So that being said, Greg, what kind of role players do you look for?
You know, Kevin, it starts on your best player, and I think you go from there. Obviously, in today's game, spot-up shooting is critically important, and then you got to factor in versatility. You need guys that can guard multiple positions, that give you some rim protection, but obviously that can also shoot the basketball. And I think it's critical having that instant offense guy coming off the bench as well, to when your team's in a bit of a funk, somebody you can trust to kind of light a fire.
Good point. Inside of the 4 and the 5, Porzingis and Powell. Hardaway is out there with Luka Doncic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the small forward position. So that's who Rick Carlisle starts the second half with. How about that mobile 1 block we just saw? Amazing defensive work.
And read the plate perfectly. Gets himself in the air at the right moment. Terrific denial.
LeVert the pass to Allen. And it's Allen with the jam.
This guy is such a good all-around player. Karis LeVert sharpening his court awareness and finding his open teammates.
Hardaway with a wide open look. Offline with his 3. And the foul on Dorian Finney-Smith. That's his first foul. The Nets have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. To the paint. LeVert kicks to Dinwiddie. Got a piece of it. Down low.
What outstanding defensive anticipation and a poor decision passing.
Excellent D there from Allen.
Well, I guarantee you this is not what they talked about in the locker room. 0 for 3 and looking lost.
And so Doncic will bring it up for Dallas. Still looking for their first bucket of the second half. With the rebound. Allen's got 6 rebounds here tonight.
And Doncic was part of a draft day trade that so far seems to have worked out pretty well for both teams.
That's exactly right. Doncic, Greg, was selected by Atlanta with the 3rd pick. He was then quickly shipped to Dallas for the 5th overall pick, which turned into Trae Young, plus a future pick. Neither of these young men wasted any time putting their stamp on the NBA. I do think their futures will always be discussed in connection with the other.
Nets passing it around. Irving from long range. It's rebounded by Porzingis. Porzingis has got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Powell. And the layup's good off the glass. And it's a 4-point Maverick lead.
That's about great concentration. Dwight Powell, under duress of the defense, finishes nonetheless.
Locked up there for Allen. Powell with the steal. Out to Hardaway. From the arc. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Doncic has got 5 assists tonight.
Well, after netting 1 in the first half, that's the 2nd deep ball to go down for this guy.
Outside Irving. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. And he's got his first chance at the line here. And he shows the focus there, nails the technical.
The thing that maybe puts me in awe more than any other skill is the way Kyrie Irving can change gears. This guy has a variety of ways to attack and keep defenses off balance.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Dwight Powell. Maxi Kleber comes in for Porzingis. Curry's checked in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Doncic. Dallas shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws.
Well, similar to his brother Steph, Seth is a knockdown shooter. This guy's a crafty combo guard with a number of tricks up his sleeve.
But they recover it. And Harris wide open. He shoots. And the 3 off target. Dallas leading by 8. Finney-Smith passes to Cauley-Stein. Curry against Harris. Back to Cauley-Stein. Bucket is good.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Durant in the corner. And it's off from 3-point range.
Boy, the wheels have definitely fallen off in this quarter. He cannot buy one.
What I like here, even with the big lead, they continue to execute their offense.
And that, to me, is a sign of excellent coaching. There's an attention to detail. There is valuing of every possession.
Man, he's just pulled a Harry Houdini in this quarter. He's completely disappeared.
To the middle. Here's Cauley-Stein. No good on the shot. Nice defense from KD. Irving for 3. Another shot. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
When Joe Harris is looking to score the basketball, defenses can overcommit. They do there and commit the foul.
And Harris drops them both. There's 14 seconds left here in the 3rd quarter. Doncic with it. Cauley-Stein kicks to Finney-Smith. A 3-pointer off the mark. And so it's Dallas with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. And you have to credit their defense for the job. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. On the court for the Nets, getting the fourth quarter going. Prince and Durant are at the 3 and the 4. Then it's Joe Harris. Then it's Jordan. And it's Dinwiddie in at the 1. Doncic passes to Kleba. The shot, no good. Nets trail by 10. In the corner, Irving with it. And a miss there on the triple.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Porzingis finds Doncic. Curry outside. Rebound, Brooklyn. Allen's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Down low. Pass to Caruth. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Allen.
Yeah, simply stated, you have to take care of the basketball, and they don't on that possession.
Dallas making a switch here. Powell's checked in. And so it's Porzingis. He'll bring it up for the Mavericks. Curry on the wing. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Doncic has got 6 assists in the game.
Well, you cannot let Seth Curry have room to shoot on the perimeter. You are asking for trouble.
Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Prince's shot is good.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Finney Smith can't get it to go.
I'll tell you, despite his struggles at the offensive end, this team still finds themselves in control of the ball game.
On the wing, Irving, guarded by Curry. 6 on the shot clock. Caruth passes to Prince. Good on the shot, and that shaved the lead to single digits.
Boy, gets the bucket through the contact. Taurean Prince, he earned every bit of that one.
Passes it to Finney Smith. Now here's Powell. Outside for Curry. Off target from outside. And they're moving it up. Three-pointer, LeVert. The shot misses. Now the Mavericks take it the other way. On the wing, Doncic. LeVert defending. Powell dishes to Doncic. Back to Powell. Porzingis against Allen. Here's Powell. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. And the Mavericks lead by 10.
Tell you, even with some physical contact, Powell gets it done. Love his persistence.
Prince kicks to Irving. Over in the corner, Caruth. Off target with his 3.
Simply put, a bad shot, guys. They all know they can get a better look than that.
Pass to Curry. Lets the 3 fly. That's in for his 5th make of the night. Now shooting at a 50% clip, 5 for 10. Greg, is a broadcast. Who have been some of your favorite personalities to cover?
And that's a great question. You know, most of the stars, I'm a big fan of Durant and Steph and LeBron and those guys. Chris Paul's another one that's a favorite. So many other guys, you know, there's so much more personality and so much more confidence these guys have working in front of the camera. I think that just makes for a better experience.
Somebody asked me the other day, who was my favorite? You know who I said?
Who was that?
Greg Anthony.
Oh, you're just saying that because it's true.
And again, no good by Brooklyn. Dallas leading by 15.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Mavericks.
One area that stands out that we've seen tonight from them, their aggressiveness in getting steals, something I know that you really value yourself.
I think it sparked their offense. It deflates the opposition. And when you have the type of effort we saw tonight, it's pretty hard to overcome that defensive pressure down the stretch.
The Mavericks have gotten just under 45% of their attempts to drop in the 4th, 4 of 9. And there's the pass to Porzingis. Jacks up a 3. Rebounded by the Nets. Allen kicks to Irving. They need this. Drains it from beyond the arc.
Okay, Jared Allen, we see you making that look for a big man. That's a pretty pass.
Curry outside. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. The kick out to Irving. The tray. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
Boy, the floor spacing that Kyrie Irving brings to the table is impressive. This guy can cash in from deep consistently.
Pass to Finney-Smith. Fires the three. Karuch grabs the board. From deep three-point range. And so it's Dallas winning this one. A confident win, and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it, folks.
Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
There below is...
Kevin, thanks very much.
All right, David, thank you. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Anthony is out there with Nurkic, and it's Ariza in at the 3 spot. And for the Nets, Durant plays the 4 with Allen at center. Then there's Irving. Then there's Caris LeVert, and it's Dinwiddie in at the shooting guard. Allen's shot is off.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Stolen by Durant. Ball's knocked loose and stolen by Lillard. Here's McCollum. Excellent D there from Allen.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint. Well, you look at the career that Dame Lillard has had so far. Taken 6th in the 2012 draft out of Weber State, a small school, but this guy became a franchise player immediately for the Blazers.
And so it's the Nets getting on the board first. Nurkic, Allen with the rebound. And here we go. LeVert kicks to KD. And the jam by Kevin Durant.
Can you add that one to Durant's ongoing highlight reel? Thank you very much.
And thinking of Lillard, the numbers over his career are incredible.
And Lillard found his strength as a shooter, and boy, did he exploit it. He's been averaging 20 points per game almost his entire career, and he's kept adding to his game as one of the elite players in our league.
And the shot goes down.
On defense, your priority is to close out on Durant's outside shot, but then he has that tight handle. Simply drives right by you.
And Damian Lillard with the jam.
Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Well, just seeking out weaknesses in the defense and then exploiting it.
The Nets have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Irving passes to Allen, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And his teammates love this. When Allen is aggressive trying to score, really puts pressure on the opposing defense.
Whiteside's checked in for the Trailblazers, and he sinks the second. For Portland, they've gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. McCollum, left side. There's the pass to Whiteside. Kicks it out to McCollum. Lets it go from deep. The rebound by the Nets. Allen's got his 4th rebound in this one.
So far, the team just 1 of 5, and that rim shrinking.
Anthony. They shoot again. Kicks it out to Ariza. It's tipped. Whiteside inside. Defended by Durant. Whiteside, good.
Yeah, there's not a rebound that Whiteside cannot get to when he's floating around the charge circle, reaches up, snatches that one down.
Outside, KD. Lillard with it, guarded now by Durant. The finish, and it's sent back by Irving. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Lillard. We have got to see that sensational mobile 1 block again.
And early in a game, these sorts of plays really can set the tone.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Jared Allen. Taurean Prince comes in for Kevin Durant. And Harris subbed in for Caris LeVert. Prince kicks to Dinwiddie. Harris outside. 6 to shoot. In the corner, Irving with it. And it's blocked by Whiteside.
Well, those kind of shots should come with a warning label. Caution, Hassan Whiteside is around. He's simply one of the best shot blockers in the league.
Luwawu is checked in for Brooklyn. Rodney Hood's checked in for the Trailblazers.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
The 3. Dinwiddie with the rebound.
Well, that's not a shot he's ever going to pass up, and he shouldn't. Despite the miss, no defender anywhere near him. He's got to shoot that one.
Now here is Harris. Back to Prince. Here's Jordan. Kicks it out to Dinwiddie. He dishes it to Jordan. Tipped away. Dinwiddie passes to Luwawu. Here's Harris. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
Out to Harris. To the inside. Here's Jordan. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Nasir Little picks one up.
Now, Jordan is a force on the inside. There's no denying that. A real problem right now for the defense.
And so Jordan nails both of them. Trailblazers trail by 5. Trent passes to Collins. Portland moving the ball around. Inside. And he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
And he just elevates and powers in the one hand.
Textbook. Dinwiddie finds Jordan. And it's a defensive 3-second violation. The Nets shooting their 5th free throw of the game here.
And as a group, they shot 75% from the line last season.
And the technical free throw is good. McCollum's checked in for Whiteside. To the paint. Here's Dinwiddie. Basket is good. The assist from Harris.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Outside Hood. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Here's Collins. An easy 2 points on the layup.
Yeah, Hood does a good job there of surveying the floor and being ready to deliver the pass.
Dinwiddie kicks to Luwawu-Cabarrot. Back to Dinwiddie. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Here's McCollum. With 1 on the clock. And that does it for the first quarter. It's the Nets. They're up by 4. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. When Damian Lillard's in the flow, there is no stopping him. And before the game, we talked about that with him.
I think in the past, anytime I got into a rhythm and had it.
Greg, this is why they say there's no substitute for experience.
And I agree. And, you know, sometimes guys need to learn to be more selfish at times. You also learn if it ain't broke, keep going with it. Ride the hot hand.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And guys, what stands out to you from the Nets in this one?
Well, their effort on the defensive end has set the tone for this game.
That defense has been infectious here as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. Setting the floor for the Nets. Inside, we got Prince and Jordan. Then it's Joe Harris. And it's Dinwiddie in at the point. Nurkic. And stolen by Prince. And the call will be against Yusuf Nurkic. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. So for the Nets, Kevin Durant, he's checked in for Prince. And Karis LeVert subbed in for Dinwiddie. And stolen by Ariza. And now Lillard pushing it up. No one back. What a jam!
Wow, fans loving that right there.
What a jam!
Nice. Another reminder that Damian Lillard can be explosive, and we love it.
Now here's Durant. Pass to Jordan. And it's Jordan slamming it down.
Look, DeAndre Jordan and the rim, those two are best friends.
And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for the Portland Trailblazers. 4-point game to the inside. Here's Nurkic, and finished off by Nurkic.
Go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, gotta chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
There's some ways to get your coach's attention, and that draws the coaching staff's ire.
Now here's Anthony. After the miss from KD. And Ariza with the stuff.
Great to see when Melo spots his open teammate. Good at noticing the overcommitment that time.
And there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. That is his first foul of the game. You know, winning that championship as you did, Greg, for UNLV, many people don't remember you played much of that season with a broken jaw.
Well, Kevin, I don't remember much of it, to be honest with you. It was pretty hazy. I lost 19 pounds over the course of the season. I was championship night. I was 168 pounds.
No kidding.
Yeah. Well, I was wired shut for 8 weeks. Didn't miss a game, but I tell you what, I don't know if I would do that today. But, you know, it did turn out well with the championship.
As I recall, you broke it against Fresno State, correct?
Yes, got my legs taken out from under me and broke the fall with my face. Yeah.
Oh, ouch.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
Well, Kevin Durant not only feels like he can score from everywhere, he does. So when he's that close, just count it.
And it's McCollum off the drive. Stolen by Durant. Here's Luau. He's guarded by McCollum. And then Allen slams it in.
When you have an elite wingspan like Jared Allen, you make those alley-oops look easy.
Three-pointer, Lillard. He hangs. McCollum finds Lillard. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. Lillard's got 5 points in the quarter.
He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
Luau, the pass to Durant. And here they come. The shot by Lillard, wide open. And he gets it to go from the corner.
It really turned it around here.
Even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. You have to like what we've seen so far from Damian Lillard.
What a menace he was on defense through the first 2 quarters, just disrupting everything.
Yeah, and that's exactly what he wanted to do out there. Everyone he guarded looked uncomfortable.
Here's who Jerry Stotts is starting the second half with. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Anthony, and it's a reason in its small forward. Dinwiddie against McCollum. Dinwiddie passes to KD. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. McCollum with the ball.
Well, CJ, as soon as he gets a step on you, you're pretty much come up short. All he's concerned with is how can we get better. That's the kind of leader you can get behind.
Nurkic finds Anthony. Ariza against Allen. Anthony. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. You know, Greg, when you were in New York, you were on a super team of sorts. Compare that to the super teams they're forming now in the NBA.
Oh, we've always had super teams. And this misnomer that this is something that's just come about with this era is, to me, absurd. You've always had it. Whether the difference nowadays is I think the players have more say in where they go. And they can orchestrate how a team is constructed, but it's always existed. And the reality is this: you become a super team when you win a lot.
Sure.
And that's what really dictates how super your team is.
Oh, Dinwiddie in position. And stolen by Lillard. Here's the break. Back to Hood.
That's right on the money from Lillard. That's how you finish a possession.
Nets trail by 10. Dinwiddie right side. Always going up for the alley-oop here. And stolen by Whiteside. Fast break. Here come the Trailblazers.
And unfortunately, we've seen a few too many of those. A lack of concentration, a turnover, and an easy bucket in transition.
Got a piece of it. And that basket is going to count. Goaltending, the official call.
so close to getting the block there. You can live with those calls because you'd rather have a guy playing aggressive instead of playing it safe.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Collins comes in for Anthony, and it's Little in for Damian Lillard. Right side, good.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
The Nets have gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. Out to Harris. Dinwiddie outside. And it's Hassan Whiteside with the rebound. Trailblazers leading by 12. To the middle. Here's Collins. And finished off by Collins.
Pretty nice show of athleticism as Zach Collins rises up.
And for Brooklyn, their shooting has been terrific. 54% on the game. Blazers on offense. They're on a 17-6 run. Pass to Little. He kicks it to Whiteside. And a wide open look for Hood. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
And the foul called on Hassan Whiteside. That's his first foul. Portland on defense. 14 points, their largest lead in the game.
Well, the D really getting away with one there. No one on him, and that's going to be good 9 out of 10 times.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Trying to find that consistency from distance that's stretching out the defense, and that's why Kyrie always has an available driving lane.
Little passes to Trent. Prince against Whiteside. Shot clock at 6. They get the rebound and finished off by Collins.
Collins with a good read there and laser focused on where he could get to collect the offensive board.
And out of bounds as the Trailblazers gain possession.
I know people can't see you, but you're doing what I'm doing, scratching your head to that turnover.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Jared Allen's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Kevin Durant comes in for Harris. And Karis LeVert subbed in for Dinwiddie. And then for the Trailblazers, Riza comes in for Hassan Whiteside. And McCollum subbed in for Hood. Portland no good that time either. Here's KD. And then Durant with the jam.
Textbook feed from Allen, a big man who helps facilitate the offense.
And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. It's the Trailblazers. They lead by 11. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the two-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
Even though the position is called shooting guard, passing part of your responsibilities in today's game.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Prince and Durant are at the 3 and the 4. Irving and LeVert are at the 1 and 2. And it's Allen in at the center position. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. They get a hand on it. Stolen by LeVert. Allen with it. Now guarded by Nurkic. Allen passes to KD. And KD throws it down.
Well, maybe not the highest of flyers, Durant, but because of his reach, it's so easy for him to win above the rim.
To the right side. Here's Ariza. Out to Anthony. McCollum outside. Nurkic against LeVert. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Dinwiddie's checked in for Taurean Prince. Damian Lillard, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. Dinwiddie passes to Allen. Count it! And he'll have a chance for a three-point play. That one is on Ariza.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And that one falls for Allen. Trailblazers leading by 4. Here is Lillard. And McCollum the bucket on the assist by Lillard. Lillard's got 3 assists in the game. Down low, here's LeVert, and down it goes, jamming that one home.
And Kyrie doing a good job of just setting everybody up, making sure there's a great pace and tempo to each possession offensively.
Lillard the pass to Nurkic. Lillard finds Ariza. Outside Anthony. Portland moving the ball around. Takes a 3. Ariza no up.
Well, there's more he could have done in this game for sure, but it hasn't kept them from pulling ahead.
In the corner, Irving with it. The feed now to Allen. 2 free throws. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Harris is checked in for Brooklyn. Irving dishes to KD. Here's Allen. Goes up again, and it'll go. And the Blazer lead is cut down to just 4 points in the bucket from Durant.
Happy to put the team on his back, especially in the biggest of moments. Durant nails a huge shot.
Lillard looking around. Feeds to Nurkic. Stolen by Allen. Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. Dinwiddie with the ball. And it's Brooklyn scoring again.
And all of a sudden, that great run makes this a ball game again. And now is no time to take your foot off the gas. They have got to stay aggressive.
Well, they stacked up everything to get to this point. Now they have to shift into overdrive.
Nurkic can't hit. And here are the Nets. They're on a 13-4 run right now. Outside Irving. Passes it to Allen. Stolen by McCollum. And now Lillard pushing it up. No one back to stop him. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
And he wants the ball at the end of the games. You can see why Lillard's stepping up again to the challenge.
Doubled by McCollum. Locked up there for Allen. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. McCollum outside. Back to Lillard. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That's his first foul. Here's Lillard. Ariza outside. And he drops the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead.
It's just been interesting how it is that Ariza keeps getting on teams, and then the same thing is said about him, about a championship presence, a veteran leader, and still plays some very solid defense at the wing.
With the putback, and staying with the play, Harris.
Smooth. Guys, very good job getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
Well said. Those kind of plays in the offensive glass can tell the story sometimes, can't they? Three-pointer, Lillard. But they get it back. Anthony finds Lillard, and there's the call on Kyrie Irving. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus. We'll go to the line to shoot 2. First free throw is good, and that makes it a 3-point lead.
Think about just how much focus Lillard has every year about his drive to be one of the best guards in the league. Whether it's recognized or not by an all-star appearance really doesn't have an impact on how he approaches the game.
It drops.
Remember that one, guys, a difference maker.
I'm wondering, is that the biggest shot of the game?
Guys, they're not going to be in any rush on this possession.
Not with the lead. Now's the time to burn some clock.
And you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
Good on the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead.
Nurkic plays with a little bit of that edge, a little bit of moxie, and that toughness is something the teammates can rally behind.
And that's curtains for him. Some really good work at the charity stripe to close this one out.
And it's Irving missing. Now here's Lillard from deep. No good. And so the big win by Portland in a tight game. A truly gutsy performance. So, David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
That's a look from earlier on as the Nets head to the locker room. They're in no mood. Now it's ended down today.
Kevin, thanks.
Sure does, D.A. Thank you so much. Now the Lakers starting group. LeBron and Green make up the backcourt. Caldwell Pope out there with Anthony Davis. And it's Howard in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for the Nets, Durant plays the 4 with Allen at center. Then there's Irving. Then there's Caris LeVert. And it's Dinwiddie in at the 2. He lobs up the alley-oop pass, hammers the alley-oop through.
That play is made because of Kyrie's vision and his willingness to share the basketball.
Green inside the three-point line, and he drops in the layup off the glass. 2 terrific defenses tonight, Greg. They do it in a variety of ways. It's been hard for either team to score.
You know, strong on ball, in help, in transition, and both coaches doing such a great job of making the adjustments. And listen, the reality is defense still can be a factor in determining who wins and who loses.
And we're seeing it right before our eyes.
So difficult to defend Kevin Durant without fouling him. At his size, once he gets that ball above his shoulders, there's not much you can do. Because he knows he makes a living at the line, he invites contact, and sometimes even initiates it.
Caldwell Pope on the wing. The 3. Trying to get open is Davis. And shot by Caldwell Pope, no good. And so Allen will bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. And the foul called on Anthony Davis. That's his first foul. About 1 minute into the first quarter. Dinwiddie surveying the floor. It's stolen by Green.
Good eyes by the defense. Clearly, that's not where he wanted the pass to go, and he's frustrated.
Durant with the steal. And here's LeVert. First quarter, about a minute and a half in. Shots good by Durant.
A solid passer at his position. LeVert excels at finding his teammates when they're open.
Green passes to Caldwell Pope. Here's Davis.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And you know, we always talk about this. Just changing the shot can be just as effective as blocking it, even though it's less spectacular.
2 points. That one goes.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
No excuse. You have to be aware. He should be on your radar all the time.
Here's James. Jared Allen making his last shot. Fires from 14, and he hits the jump shot.
You always will have this fear when defending AD. He can just rise up and knock it down.
It's LeVert on the wing. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Davis against Durant. It's good.
The amazing part about Durant. Shot. He has a pretty compact release for a guy with such great length.
Caldwell Pope on the wing. Here's Davis, and it's sent back by Allen, and he comes up with the deuce. Nets leading by 4. Left side Irving, outside KD, and it's Kentavious Caldwell Pope with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. So for the Nets, Jordan, he's checked in for Allen. Taurean Prince comes in for Karis LeVert. And Harris subbed in for Dinwiddie. The Lakers also making some changes. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. They're double-checking, and the game continues on.
Luwawu-Cabarrot kicks to Jordan. 1:14 left in the first. Pass to Luwawu. 5 to shoot. The shot, no good. And the Lakers going the other way now. Rondo with the ball. He's picked up by Irving. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That's his first foul. There's a minute left here in the first quarter. The pass to Rondo. Inside, here's McGee. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Here's Luwawu. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Knocks it loose. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. There's the lob to the hoop.
And that's the kind of play you just do not want to give up defensively. You lose the possession and give up a quick 2 at the other end.
And it's Rondo with the ball for Los Angeles. Trailing here by 8. To the inside. And there's Morris. That's good on the assist by Rondo.
Rondo is out there to distribute the ball. He is a master at finding the open man.
Irving passes to Harris. Back to Irving. Makes it off the glass.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Oh, Kuzma's in position. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you could see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up.
He gets to the rim at will. Kyrie, one of the most elusive players you'll ever see.
And so it's the Brooklyn Nets holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. Their defensive mindset clearly focused on clamping down on. A little bit earlier, we had a chance to chat with Kyle Kuzma.
For me, it's super cool.
Well, Kuzma, Greg, has certainly learned a lot, proficient at the offensive end, and adding more to his game every day.
Yeah, he's been focused on improving the defense and rebounding, and much of that is due to the players he's been surrounded by.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And guys, what stands out to you from the Nets in this one?
Throughout the first quarter, they did a great job of just running the offense.
Credit the game plan coming in. They've identified the right matchups, and the execution is there.
Inside, we got Prince and Jordan. Luwawu is out there with Kyrie Irving. And it's Harris in at the 3 spot. That's the Nets 5 as we get into the second quarter. Here's Jordan. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
I'm not sure the defense affected that shot. That was just a blown gimme. Well, how can you not love the continued resurgence of JaVale McGee? There were some years where he was trying to figure it out. Now he's a big factor for this team at center. I can't believe that went in, and I don't think he can either.
Irving kicks to Prince. And slammed up by Jordan.
Look at the unselfishness by Prince. Doesn't have what he wants, keeps the ball moving.
You know, Smitty, the change for McGee's pretty simple. He got some direction on how to play. Now he does everything he can to play within himself.
Kevin, that has been a huge difference maker for JaVale McGee. And you know, when he's focused, he can make an impact. Plays in short bursts, but very effective.
To the paint, here's Irving. And he floats in for the easy two. Credit the assist on that one.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
Morris kicks to Caruso. Down low and stolen by Jordan. And now the fast break. Irving with the ball. Here's Luwawu. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Irving's got his third assist on the night. Lakers trail by 10. Oh, Kuzma's in position. He doesn't hit that one.
Well, that alley-oop attempt, a case of what could have been, just didn't finish the play.
You know, this is something you practice over and over again. I'm surprised they couldn't execute.
Jordan the pass to Luwawu. Tries again. Prince against McGee. Just 5 on the clock. Scored the basket, his second of 2 attempts. Greg, did you know when you were playing that you'd eventually want to call games, be in the broadcast table?
Kevin, no idea. I didn't have any clue. And quite honestly, didn't really think that there was a career that one could have in terms of broadcasting. You know, because cable was just kind of coming on as I was retiring. You didn't have your own network and the things that we take for granted now. So looking back on it, no, but boy, am I glad I did.
I am glad you did too. You probably don't remember this. Doc Rivers and I were doing a game. You came over to say hi to the two of us. Went back out on the floor. Doc nudges me and said he'll be great in TV Center. So we saw it then.
He's a good mind. The man knows what he's talking about.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Allen's checked in for Jordan. Durant comes in for Taurean Prince. Karis LeVert's checked in for Luwawu Cabarrot. And Dinwiddie subbed in for Kyrie Irving. Lobbed up there for Allen. That shot is off. Lakers trail by 12. Howard kicks to Davis. And he can't stop this drought. Another miss. And so Allen will bring it up for the Nets. Their defense has only allowed 4 points in the quarter. LeBron against LeVert. Floats one up. A nice shot by KD.
Phenomenal concentration by Durant. Physical play is not going to throw him off.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Keeps it alive.
Not just swinging the ball around the perimeter. Aggressive move inside.
Durant down low. He's guarded by Davis. It's stolen by Davis. And here we go. LeBron heading to the hoop. And that one falls coming off of Davis's feed. LeBron's got his first basket.
How about in transition? The long reach of Davis gets the steal, gets him going.
Durant down low. Davis is on it. It's stolen by Davis. Fast break. The Lakers. Here's Caldwell Pope. And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits.
Yeah, still commanding a lot of defensive attention. Howard just keeps his head up and finds the open man.
And so it's the Brooklyn Nets holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greeting. It was a fast pace for Brooklyn at the outset. You could see the daggers in their eyes as... And that should do it with...
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. We've seen Kevin Durant really having a great game.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
I think both sides probably adjusted a few things. The key for him is to bring the same level of energy over these last 2 quarters.
While we've got a moment, let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. Taking a look at the Lakers. LeBron and Green make up the backcourt. Anthony Davis is out there with Howard. And it's Caldwell Pope in at the 3 spot. And it's LeVert missing.
He looked just a little out of rhythm. He's still trying to establish consistency from there.
And it's slammed in by Davis.
What a beautiful play, and it was great timing. Then the athletic finish by AD.
And for everything that Anthony Davis does on the floor, you can't forget about his defense. Still an elite-level defender, guards multiple positions, and turns away a number of shots.
James, the pass to Green. Kicks it to Caldwell Pope. Lakers working the ball around now. Passes to Davis. Now here's Green. And so the ball out of bounds. Howard touched it last.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
And that was a great replay we just saw of our Mobile One block.
And that's what a team needs when they're trailing. Energy on D.
Here's KD. Oh, what a play!
Watch it! One more for the highlight reel. KD with the skyscraper.
Caldwell Pope with a wide open look. But they'll get another chance. Davis kicks to Caldwell Pope. Pass to Howard. Moves back up. Rebounded by the Nets. They've led by as many as 14 points.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
I mean, running the court with the speed of a guard. Hard to keep up with Durant once he gets out in the open floor.
LeBron outside. On the wing, Green. Back to LeBron. Pass to Caldwell Pope. James, the bounce pass. Now the feed to Davis. Stolen by Durant. Wound up there for Allen. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
It's been tremendous job of play calling and execution. They just continue to increase this lead.
Dinwiddie finds LeVert. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. That one rolling around and rims out. Lakers trail by 14. To the middle. And the dunk by James.
And what's amazing to me, how little James has lost athletically.
Irving passes to Allen. Now here's LeVert. He's guarded by Caldwell Pope. Back to Allen. And he just jams it right over Dwight Howard. Oh my goodness.
He's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Insane dunk.
And now they're starting to rub it in. Build up a lead, and here we go, baby. It is showtime. KD with it. He's picked up by James. And it's the Lakers on the break. Lobbed up there for Howard. And it's Howard finishing it off.
Yeah, and Superman taking flight for the lob finish.
Here's Irving, and he drops it in from the low post. Irving's got the lead up to 14 now for the Nets.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
And this is what happens when you start to break your opponent's spirit. The resistance is no longer there.
Caldwell Pope up top. LeVert defending. Stolen by Durant. And now the fast break. Irving with the ball. And he lobs it up toward the rim.
Moving it around. 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And so James will bring it up for the Lakers. Back to Caldwell Pope. It's tipped. Stolen by Durant. In transition, here come the Nets. Dinwiddie with the ball.
Out of character for him to miss that shot. Maybe just a little too casual there.
Howard against Durant. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And really, Howard is so adept at drawing contact, using those bruising shoulders and muscular frame to his advantage.
Some changes for Brooklyn. Jordan, he's checked in for Jared Allen. Taurean Prince comes in for Karis LeVert. And Harris subbed in for Irving. And then for Los Angeles, Kyle Kuzma's checked in for Caldwell Pope. Alex Caruso comes in for Danny Green. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for James. Here's Davis, banked in off the glass. Davis has got 4 points this quarter.
See, in the past, the contact might have discouraged Davis, but now he plays right through it.
And so it's the Brooklyn Nets riding a 15-point lead at the end of the quarter. They've had such great ball movement. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
So many good point guards in this league. So much responsibility comes with that position. That was a smart play.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. On the perimeter, Harris and Prince. DeAndre Jordan is out there with Durant, and it's Dinwiddie in at the point guard. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Greg, you're the all-time assist leader for the Big West Conference. In that frame, talk about some of the traits that make for a good floor general, a good point guard, a good facilitator.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you have to be a leader because that's what the position calls for. Unselfishness, instincts, that stuff matters, but ultimately your teammates got to feel like you play for them. And that's when you have a chance as a team to be special.
I'm assuming you've always been like that. Am I correct?
No, that is not
really?
true.
Wow.
I evolved into a leader. In all seriousness, I think some guys are natural. Others, like myself, had to evolve into it. The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
The drive by Jordan. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's on Rajon Rondo.
Gotta love the intensity of DeAndre, finding a way to be aggressive and get to the line.
Green, he's checked in for Alex Caruso. Lakers trail by 17. On the wing, Green loads it up for Davis, and it's Davis with the jam.
The veteran presence of Danny Green keeping his eyes up, finding his teammate wide open.
Here's Dinwiddie, and it's good for 2. Dinwiddie's got 4 points this quarter.
Allowing any room to operate, you know he's going to be aggressive.
Down low, deflects the pass, and stolen by Jordan. Dinwiddie with it. He's picked up by Rondo. Kicks it out to Prince. The Lakers with the rebound. Kuzma outside. The pass to Davis. Back to Rondo. Green with the ball. They grab their own miss. Here's Davis. That one falls.
This is the consistency he was looking for in the first half. Just took him a while to heat up.
Inside, it's deflected. Howard with the steal. Pass break, the Lakers. Green leading the charge. Dinwiddie with the steal. Durant the pass to Jordan. And Davis sends it back.
What a play by Anthony Davis. You think you can get it over me? Nope, not on my watch.
He misses the free throw. So for the Nets, Jared Allen's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Karis LeVert comes in for Taurean Prince. And Kyrie Irving subbed in for Harris. Caldwell Pope, he's checked in for the Lakers. LeBron comes in for Rajon Rondo.
And though he's a physical, tough-minded individual, Danny Green's averaged less than 1 free throw attempt per game over his career. That's surprising.
Durant deciding where to go with it. Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. LeVert with a wide-open look. That's in, coming off the assist from KD. And the Nets lead by 18.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Reason why they've tightened up the vice grip a little more each time up the floor. We'll see if they can close this one out.
Well, that alley-oop attempt, a case of what could have been, just didn't finish the play.
You know, this is something you practice over and over again. I'm surprised they couldn't execute.
And the foul called on Danny Green. That is his first foul of the game. A platoon swap here for Brooklyn. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for Brooklyn.
Their inside game was what secured them to win tonight.
They had their way in the paint, and those are all high percentage shots, but the defense couldn't stop them from getting down low.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for KD.
Boy, it was amazing the level of chaos he caused. Challenging ball handlers, getting into passing lanes, racking up a number of steals that helped demoralize his opponent.
Give credit where credit is due right there. A terrific assist.
To the inside. Here's Jordan. No good there. And it's the Lakers the other way. Here we go, one-on-one. Cook, good.
Usually on the finishing end of plays, JR this time playing the role of facilitator.
Outside Jordan. Pass to Karuch. To the paint. Stolen by McGee. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Bradley kicks to McGee. The three from Morris. Great D that time from Jordan. And here are the Nets. They led the game at 1 point by 20. Bradley against Crawford. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. It was a tale of two teams. All right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up for David All. there below is... And with...
Kevin, thank you.
Indeed. Something special, David. Thanks. Now we'll look at Dallas' starting lineup. Inside of the 4 and the 5, Porzingis and Powell. Tim Hardaway Jr. out there with Luka Doncic. And it's Finney Smith in at the 3, the small forward. And for Brooklyn, Durant plays the 4 with Allen at center. Then there's Caris LeVert. Then it's Kyrie Irving. And it's Dinwiddie in at the 2. Doncic finds Hardaway. Deep benches tonight, Greg, on both sides. This seems to be a growing trend.
You know, teams are digging deeper than ever before, even getting into the two-way contracts that give you depth past your top 15 guys. One, you're trying to protect the investment in your big-ticket items, your franchise-caliber players, but you got to keep an eye on the future in terms of player development. That's another area where the league has really changed when you look at the makeup of these rosters.
Well said. Here's Doncic after the basket by Brooklyn, and there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That is his first foul of the game. Hardaway against Dinwiddie. The pass to Powell. 6 on the shot clock. 8 feet away. Here's Finney Smith.
On defense, LeVert showing great versatility. I mean, this guy's doing a nice job getting his hand up in the face of shooters.
And KD throws it down.
Boy, a dynamic wing with freakish length. Durant is the ideal alley-oop target.
Here's Doncic. Pass to Powell. Brooklyn with the rebound.
Well, you know, stopping him is never easy to do, but the defense was strong there.
Here's Dinwiddie. That's good, and a nice assist from Durant. Dinwiddie's got his second basket of the night.
Would have been impossible for KD to miss his teammate there. He was wide open.
Doncic against Irving. Doncic passes to Finney Smith. Outside, Porzingis. Here's Hardaway. Wants to get it to Powell, and does. Shoots from the elbow. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Skilled at scoring in a variety of ways. I mean, give Hardaway Jr. these looks, and he's happy to oblige.
Count it.
And early on, they looked great. They've made all 4 of their shots to start this game.
Out left to the wing. Here's Finney Smith. LeVert defending. Back to Doncic. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Down low, and the officials calling for a 3-second violation. So for the Nets, Jordan, he's checked in for Allen. Taurean Prince comes in for Caris LeVert, and Harris subbed in for Dinwiddie. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Seth Curry comes in for Hardaway. Porzingis with the block.
You know, when Porzingis combines quickness with his reach, getting off the floor like that, he can block just about any shot.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throws.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Porzingis. Wright comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Doncic. Now, here's Kleber. Curry on the wing. The baseline J. Kleber. And it's sent back by KD.
Boy, that'll get everybody on the bench fired up. They love to see KD playing some D like that.
And the Nets making a change here. Luwawu's checked in. And that was another look at the aggressive D that led to the mobile 1 block.
And early in the game, these sorts of plays really can set the tone.
Irving, good. Irving's got his second basket of the game.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Curry outside. Rebounded by the Nets. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Out of bounds. It'll be Mavericks ball.
You know, that's just sloppy basketball giving away a possession. No real reason for that turnover.
Mavericks trail by 8.
And Clark, the second time was the charm for Seth Curry. Last season, he returned to Dallas after they let him go to Portland for a year.
Greg, sometimes we've seen it on the court, sometimes we see it in life. I mean, you don't miss something until you don't have it. And Seth is more than just a shooter. He's a great shooter, but he's also a very reliable ball handler. He's unselfish. He doesn't take anything for granted. He plays hungry. And Dallas realized the mistake they'd made and went about correcting it.
Here's Jordan. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Dallas has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Inside and stolen by Jordan. In transition, here come the Nets. That one goes. Count it.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Yeah, they're lasered in. I mean, really making the most of their possessions.
And stolen by Jordan. Lobs it up for Jordan. And another turnover here by Brooklyn. Dinwiddie's checked in for Irving. And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for the Mavericks. 8-point game. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Curry. Here's Cauley Stein. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup.
Nice work inside by Cauley Stein. Great tools as a finisher.
Kicks it out to Prince. Poke loose. Three-pointer right, and that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And we reached the end of the first quarter. Nets lead by 6. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. Hey guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Nets.
They've set the first half tone by getting out on the fast break and getting the defenders on their heels.
They've gotten their fair share of points off turnovers so far tonight, too.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. Setting the floor for the Nets. Inside, we got Prince and Jordan. Then it's Joe Harris. Then there's Caris LeVert. And it's Dinwiddie in at the 1 spot. Kleber finds Curry. From outside, off the mark. Nets leading by 8. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. Whistle blows. Yep, that's going to be a travel. Some changes for Brooklyn. Jared Allen's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. And it's Durant in for Taurean Prince. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Powell, he's checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein. Porzingis comes in for Maxi Kleber. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Seth Curry. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Wright. Here's Harris. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet. Harris has got the lead back up to 8 now for the Nets.
And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
Doncic kicks to Powell. Back to Doncic. Passes it to Porzingis. Doncic trying to get open. Porzingis can't hit.
Man, I can't believe he blew that gimme, guys. Well, I know he's frustrated about that.
Here's Dinwiddie. They lead by 8. That's the biggest of the game. And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. And Durant, here we go. We know how important the draft is, Greg. It can shape an organization. Talk about some of the best draft day deals of the last couple decades. There have been a lot of them.
Oh, there have been a few. I mean, just coming to mind here recently. How about when Kawhi was traded to the Spurs? That was a huge get. Go back
George
to, how
Hill.
about Kobe going to the Lakers? McHale and Parrish coming to the Celtics. I mean, we've seen that happen quite a bit. And I tell you what, boy, it can really transform a franchise's future.
Now here's Durant. Tim Hardaway unable to get his last shot to go. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And he gets it to go. Allen's got the lead up to 10 now for the Nets.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
And how? I mean, they're taking this defense to task, taking them to school. Every one of their last 10 points have come in the paint.
Here's Finney Smith. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Here's Porzingis. Whistle blows. Bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
Yeah, Porzingis showing you persistence there, just doing a nice job staying with it and finding a way to capitalize.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Luwawu-Cabarrot comes in for Joe Harris, and Irving subbed in for Dinwiddie. And Dallas also making a switch. Brunson's checked in. Now here's Durant. Allen's shot is off. Irving against Doncic. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Doncic has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Boy, a strong, versatile offensive player. Doncic capable of burning you from anywhere on the floor.
Here's Durant, and he banks in the layup. And the Nets lead by 7.
Whatever the defense gives, that's what he takes. A sign of a skilled offensive player.
On the wing, Doncic. He's covered by Irving. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play. So Doncic will go to the free throw line. It's on Jared Allen. Jordan, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Taurean Prince comes in for Karis LeVert. Dallas also making some changes. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Powell. And Curry subbed in for Dorian Finney-Smith.
You know, early on, Doncic has proven to be a leader. I mean, this guy is somebody that can shoulder the offense and take and make big shots for his team.
Now here's Irving. He dishes it to Jordan. Over Cauley-Stein. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
Not pretty. You just got to shake off a miss like that. And known as a tremendous shooter for his size, Porzingis wasn't quite as accurate last season, which surprised some people.
Yeah, and you know, Greg, some people would automatically assume that because Doncic attracts so much attention that Porzingis would get more wide open looks. But you got to remember, Porzingis missed the full season and was coming off an injury and needed to reacclimate himself to NBA gameplay. So that takes usually a season plus another season before you're all the way back.
Curry passes to Porzingis, and the dunk by Porzingis.
A precision passer, Curry, also excellent at seeing his guys when they're open.
Luwawu-Cabarrot kicks to Irving. Feeds it to Prince. Shot clock at 5. Back to Irving. And it's good. The time running down on the shot clock. Irving's got 6.
Good awareness that time by Irving of where the shot clock was.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Porzingis against Allen. Pass to Cauley-Stein. Curry deciding where to go with it. The shot. And he overshot that one, missing.
Boy, he knows he should have knocked that one down, especially with the defense not giving much of an effort.
And Seth Curry is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Irving. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Yeah, Jordan is aggressive as a rebounder. He uses his massive body, athleticism, and long arms to wreak havoc.
All right, David, thank you, and stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
We welcome you. It was a fast pace for Brooklyn at the outset. An exceptional game plan helped them open. And that's going to do it for us here. The second half of action is coming your way.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You have to like what you're seeing from Luka Doncic.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
Here's who Rick Carlisle is starting the second half with. Inside of the 4 and the 5, Porzingis and Powell. Doncic out there with Hardaway. And it's Finney Smith in at the small forward.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Well, I tell you what, they've got this team just a step away from being completely asleep.
Now the pass to Finney Smith. 6 to shoot. Hands with the ball out of bounds. Dinwiddie touched it last.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
You know, fellas, 1 second quicker, and that's going the other way.
Dallas needs to get off a shot, and they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. Here's Irving. He's got 6. To the middle. Here's Allen. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. And it's an 8-point Nets lead.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Here's Finney Smith. Dinwiddie covering. Clock at 6. Dinwiddie with the steal. Now here's KD, the fast break opportunity. Oh!
Mercy, mercy me. Tell you what, when Durant is feeling it, he puts on some swagger. He's going to let you know he's got it going.
Here's Doncic. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
I remember when Doncic was first asked, who is your favorite player? And, boy, he did not hesitate. LeBron James.
Hey, Greg, for guys of his generation, that would be the answer for 80 to 90% of them, and with good reason. How about these quotes from Doncic? He said, if I dunk on LeBron, I can retire. But I like this one a little better. He said, LeBron can play in a lot of different positions. I can too. But for me to be like LeBron, I have to work much harder. That's a guy who knows his stuff.
Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Dinwiddie outside. This is to Harris. Stolen by Brunson. And stolen by Harris. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. Curry's checked in for the Mavericks. Brunson scanning the floor. Kleber finds Brunson. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
Basket counts.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Those looks they're allowing are almost automatic.
Curry with a wide open look. Makes good on the step-back jumper.
Seth Curry's game in the mid-range area continues to look better, taking advantage of all opportunities.
Dinwiddie dishes to Jordan. Greg, I know you've played for some great coaches in your day. What is it that separates the truly elite coaches, in your opinion, from just coaches that are pretty good?
I think the one attribute that's most important for a great coach is consistency. And I've said this, you can coach a lot of different ways, you can win a lot of different ways, but you've got to be sincere and true to your principles and your philosophy. And those are the coaches, and I've had them that have done it different ways, but they've been the most successful. And listen, you've also at the professional level, you've got to have a presence about you. You got to have some charisma out there as well to get these men to buy in.
Here's KD. And the call on the shot that sends it. And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the official.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Oh, you've got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny like that. That's just too easy of a shot to miss.
Nets leading by 5. Durant kicks to LeVert. Left side, Harris. To the inside. Durant. Good. And Harris gets the assist. Harris has got 3 assists in the game.
Nicely done. They continue to attack inside, and that's 10 points in a row in the paint.
If you can't stop it, here it comes. I'm right at you.
Kleba finds Powell. Back to Kleba. And it's out of bounds. The Nets will take it the other way. Both teams deciding to change it up. Here's Dinwiddie. Fires at the elbow. And so it's Kevin Durant making headlines and highlights for the Brooklyn Nets. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
It's just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Prince and Durant are at the 3 and the 4. Then there's Allen. Then there's Irving. And it's Dinwiddie in at the 2-guard spot. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
And the dunk by Porzingis.
Yeah, he's known for his finesse game, guys, but Porzingis showing you there. He got some power to his game, too.
Irving against Doncic. Allen inside. Doncic comes with the double team. The feed to Prince. And Doncic with a clear path to the hoop. Pulls up. Curry can't get it to go.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Well, they're working the glass, really battling in that area of the game, and that's helped them stake this lead.
And I've been impressed with the unselfishness, but also getting guys the ball where they can do something with it.
He is delivering a lot of room service times tonight. One sweet one after another.
Here's Doncic, and the dunk by Doncic.
Doncic doing a nice job showing you some sneaky explosion and athleticism on that throwdown.
Irving with the ball. Out defended by Cauley Stein. Doncic comes with the double team. And that's Prince, that time on the assist by Allen.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Here's Finney-Smith, guarded by Prince. 6 on the shot clock. It's stolen by Allen. Irving drives in, and then Durant with the jam.
Yeah, with platinum level all-around skills, Durant can pretty much score at will.
Dinwiddie against Doncic. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Shot clock at 6. And again, Dallas turns it over. Karis LeVert's checked in for the Nets. Dallas also making some changes. Mike Powell comes in for Willie Cauley-Stein. Hardaway is subbed in for Seth Curry. Irving against Doncic. Over to the wing. Wound up there for Allen.
And this is how you want to come out of the half. Prolific and efficient.
Well, I like the disposition and attitude since halftime. They're patiently looking for good shots.
Here's Doncic, and the dunk by Doncic.
Big time flush by Doncic. Man, this young fella really has a lot of game.
Doncic against Irving. To the middle, here's Durant, and finished off by KD.
Outstanding distribution there. I mean, what impressive passing ability.
Doncic feeling it out. And it's KD with the rebound. And KD's got the ball here for the Nets. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. LeVert finds Allen.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for the Nets.
If they had to battle for this, there were times when it looked like it was maybe slipping away a bit, but they never let that happen, which I thought was a real credit to them.
And that's a product of their mental toughness. Anytime the flow of the game turned against them, instead of caving, they just dialed it up a notch and were able to pull away.
And, you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for KD.
Just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody could do much to keep him from dropping it in.
Well, a main weapon in Doncic's attack. He really excels at finding lanes and then taking advantage of them.
Here's Irving. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet. And the Nets lead by 15.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, you know, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it off.
And that one drops for him.
And you can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
Yeah, you know, I agree with you. They waited too long to finally ramp themselves up.
Irving against Doncic. High post, KD. Here's Allen, and it's Allen slamming it down.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
And I think they can start that celebration right now. I mean, what a terrific team victory.
On the wing, Hardaway. Beyond the arc. He can't get it to go. And the foul on Dorian Finney-Smith. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul. Substitution.
And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining us.